Hey, welcome to Sports and Politics with T. I'm your host, Tanya, and tonight we have made it back to Thursday, guys. Listen, I have missed everyone from the last week and a half. Yes, it's been a minute since I did my video, and I apologize for last weekend. Guess what, guys? Had family coming down for Easter weekend. Sister came down, stayed with me. We spent some good quality time together with the family. But guess what, guys? Don't think for 1 minute that I didn't miss you guys and that we are not going to catch up from where we left off, okay? Listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. But first, I hope, again, everybody is doing good. I hope everybody's having a great week. One more day, guys, and it is Friday again. So I look forward to it every week. And I count down every week. I sure do. That's right. So anyway, guys, tonight we're going to talk about some things that have transpired in the last couple weeks. The first thing that we're going to talk about is Elon Musk is deciding to step down from DOGE. Oh, yes. He has pretty much said this is it for him. And you know why? Well, number one, he's losing money. So, I mean, I tell people, listen, when you're firing people and you're letting people go and you're getting rid of all these departments, I understand, like I said, the government efficiency and cutting waste and getting rid of the fat and trimming the fat and all that. However, you're destroying people's lives. Some people have absolutely nothing to do with these cuts. So isn't it any wonder that now his income is going downhill, you know? But the first thing that we're going to look at is a Fox News clip. And they're just going to go over why he decided he's going to step down. After this video is complete, I'm going to chime in and we're going to talk about what I feel as far as his decision to step away from DOGE.
They tangoed, they torched, and Tampon Tim even rooted for the stock to crash. The left did everything they could to destroy Tesla as a way to stick it to Elon and DOGE. But now they won't have old Elon to kick around anymore. Musk says he's ready to ride off into the sunset after DOGE claims it saved American taxpayers $160 billion and counting.
Starting probably in next month, May, my time allocation to DOGE will drop significantly. I'll have to continue doing it for, I think, probably the remainder of the president's term, just to make sure that the waste and fraud that we stop does not come roaring back. I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla, and now that the major work of establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is done.
But whose dealerships will the left graffiti now that boogeyman Musk is going away? And what electric cars will Walt staffers vandalize and get away with it? And who will arouse Joe Scarborough?
The last thing this guy needs to do right now when he's getting pounded is, what has he lost, $150 billion? Like, it is time to go back to your day job.
Elon went with the chainsaw and the drama, and I think ultimately it's reflected in these polling numbers. We're seeing this is just not a popular move.
He is not only like very sinister and has no idea what he's doing, and people are like, oh no, he absolutely knows because he's the richest man in the world. Like, yes, he knows how to hire smart people, but don't conflate that and believe that he is the genius, because he ain't.
You know, Harold, it seems like the Dems don't achieve anything, and when somebody tries to do something like Elon did, they root against him. You can't be for that, can you? When you see that, like, we're dealing with a problem, which is economic collapse, which is the reason for DOGE. Why would you root against that? Why would you, Harold, root against that?
So it's good to be back with you, and you haven't lost your fastball. I can see the I'm not rooting. I never root against any great American company or great American business guy. I can disagree with him, and I think those in Congress, Democrat and Republican alike, have disagreed with Mr. Musk. But let's get to the positive. DOGE has been a great effort on the part of the White House to try to help highlight redundancies and highlight inefficiencies in our government. even to highlight ways in which we can think about reimagining agencies to do better things with less money. I've always thought that the real opportunity for anyone that want to look at government efficiencies was to say, we scale what's working, be it tax cuts or spending, we reform what can be fixed, and we scrap what's not working. And they have not done all of that. It appears, at least according to our notes, that according to what Mr. Musk has been able to do with DOGE, they've estimated they're going to save some $150 to $160 billion. We'll see if that's the case, which works out to be about $1,000 per taxpayer. We'll take the savings. Now, I wouldn't blame it all on Dems. I mean, there are reports in newspapers today showing that Mr. Musk had disagreements with one of our old colleagues, Mr. Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, and even the Secretary of Treasury. He and Mr. Besson, apparently, according to press reports, and you can't always believe those things, but according to press reports, they had their differences. I hope the real legacy of this, Greg, is that Mr. Trump will now ask all of his agency heads to bring to him budgets that cut 2 to 4% of spending from what they spent last year, and explain why, and then go before the Congress and do that. That's the process by which this works. So I congratulate him. I think he's leaving for a variety of reasons, not just because Jasmine Crockett said those things, and maybe even because he wants to get back to his company and get his company roaring again like it was over the many, many years before he joined government.
You know, Jesse, this is shocking to politicians because they never know when to leave. You know, Musk understays. He doesn't overstay. You know, you could just ask his baby mamas.
How many?
14.
14 and counting.
I don't
It's
know.
probably more. So it's the contribution that he made is not how much he saved the taxpayers. It's exposing how much
Wait a
Democrats
minute.
stole
Wait a minute.
from the tax.
He said 14 baby mamas. Elon Musk got 14 baby mamas for real. Dang. Where did I miss this news? I'm sorry. I had to take a pause on that one. Let's keep going.
Taxpayers. It's so easy. It's only 3 steps, Greg. You are a Democrat, you know a Democrat in DC, and you get them to send you money. That's how it works. And someone got $1 million to clean up a beach. Now, if you get a DEI or DUI or DWI, they will make you clean up the beach for free as part of your community service. Or the beaches that I go to, the local government does it already.
The clothing optional ones.
You've been there?
Yes.
I thought I saw something. I just needed to wear my glasses.
If you want to get your name, phone number, and address off the internet, but want to handle the removals yourself,
And then they also have $1 million that goes to Ocean Justice. Now, if there was an auditor that came and asked you what'd you do with the money, what would you say you spent $1 million on Ocean Justice for? Did Al Sharpton come out to the beach and yell something in a bullhorn to the whale? I don't know, but they stole the money. And that's why Bondi has to get the prosecution referral and put some of these thieves in jail so they don't do it again. He knew it wasn't going to be popular when he did this job. It's like you come in and you're basically telling the whole government to strip naked and have all of these doctors look at every single imperfection.
Yeah.
And then interview your lawyer and your ex-wife and your assistant. It's like a full body cavity search, and then you put it all on X.
Yes.
No one wants that.
No one.
But it had to have happened, Greg, and thank God it did. And for this woman, what do they say? God bless her heart.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. When
She's
she
saying
says
that about you too, by the way.
he ain't a genius,
Yeah.
I think that says more about her than it does about
Yeah, the
them.
only thing she's ever invented.
Okay, stop right there. You see how they're picking on Jasmine Crockett, the black lady that just was speaking just a few minutes ago? See, this is the thing, guys. They know that they created a disaster in the White House. And of course, they're going to try to make the black woman look bad like normal. I mean, this is the old playbook that they always do. We're used to it by now. Okay, I don't think they realize that people have caught on to this. They're not buying it. And from what I see in those streets, if you rewind this tape, you see black, white, all types of people dancing in the streets celebrating that he is leaving DOGE. So, you know, they have their idea of efficiency. And like I said before, and I'll say it again, where is the proof in all of this? I'm still waiting on it. It's been going on 4 to 5 months now. I don't see the proof that they're talking about. Because, see, these people on Fox News, they're already Republican, they're biased, and they only see it Trump's way, and that's it. They're not looking at average, everyday, working class people, because, again, these people are probably pretty wealthy. That's on Fox. So they don't, this has nothing to do with them. But in their mind, this has to be done. They had to go in and strip everybody, what he say, just strip everybody, as if to say, like, every person in the government was doing something crooked. And that was just not the case. So like I said, until they give us proof, because he even said, where's the audit and all of this too, which I said that a couple months ago. I don't believe any of the stuff that they're saying. Not one thing. Okay? So, I mean, people keep saying, but they're saving every American at least $1,000 per citizen. Well, you know what? Hey, I'm the type of person, and like I said, I need to see it in writing. I'd like to see all the findings, and I put it in quotations because, again, we don't know if this really happened or not. All I know is he just fired folks. He got rid of departments. There's nothing concrete that we can actually see, you know? So I'm not buying into this whole masquerade that they want to project. Because my thing is this, if it's working really well, then why is he leaving DOGE all of a sudden? You know why he's leaving? Because he's losing millions and billions of dollars. You know, now let me say this about Elon Musk. Because people say, you don't give him credit for nothing. It's not that I don't give him credit. I just want to see proof in all of this. That's all. I mean, he did go rescue the astronauts. I guess that was a good thing, you know. I mean, if you want to talk about good deeds, okay, he did rescue the astronauts. All right. But as far as the government, honey, him and Trump, I don't know. They're just taking a wrecking ball at everything that they see. And that's causing a major disaster. In fact, Elon Musk had a problem with his tariffs as well. Oh, yes, honey. Yes, because you got to understand, all those parts that's coming from China, well, if you're taxing those parts, that's going to make his vehicles more expensive too to sell. People are already not buying the cars, and now you're making them even more expensive. Does that make sense? I mean, let's go on to the next topic, guys, because like I said, these people, I don't think they realize what they're talking about. Okay, so let's talk about Target. Target, we haven't talked about them in a couple months. DEI, they got rid of the programs back in end of January going into February. And guess what? They want to come back to the table and talk with the African American community and negotiate what can we do to get those dollars back in our stores. Because again, you got rid of it. So all the minority, black, everybody went to Costco and said, you know what? That's fine. We don't have to shop here. In fact, we're not going to shop here. Let's listen to this clip here of their explanation of why they're wanting to come back and negotiate with us.
Sean, what in the world does Brian Cornell, Target CEO, think that his meeting with Reverend Al Sharpton is going to accomplish as far as getting black people back into Target to buy their products? What are you thinking? Hey, everybody. My name's Larissa. I am indeed the People's Reporter. And guess what else? I'm uncensored. So if you came across this video, go ahead and hit subscribe. Right now, I'm very new, and I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video and you want many more, go ahead and hit the like button and comment, because I'm sure there's a lot to comment on this particular subject. But thank you for joining me. I am so glad to have you. Okay, so let's just go on and giddy up into it. Okay, so a couple of days ago, Target Brian Cornell decided that he needed to reach out to Reverend Al Sharpton, of which the Reverend Al Sharpton did in fact meet with him. We see this picture, with them meeting and whatnot, and that's all wonderful and beautiful, and they all sitting there, what appears to be kumbaya. But you see, what CEO Brian Cornell does not seem to understand, as with the folks of Walmart and anybody else, but especially Target right now, is the fact that though Reverend Al Sharpton is a very influential man and has been for many decades, he has always fought for the rights on behalf of all people, but especially Black people, especially us. Now, just for informational purposes, you understand, and help you understand how connected the Reverend Al Sharpton is. Even though he's meeting with you, he's really connected with us, and he understands how we think, and he understands what we want and need. Look at his face. Now, Brian Cornell is sitting there smiling. I guess he happy that the Reverend Al Sharpton showed up. You understand. But look at Al's face. Child. Because he knows. Little tidbit you may not be aware of. The Reverend Al Sharpton has absolutely no power over what we're going to do with our dollars. And he knows that. Okay? Problem is you don't. So guess what? Target said, listen, we're going to roll back these DEI. And they were quick to jump on the bandwagon, allegedly from pressures of this current administration. Yeah, so now you're coming back because you've lost $20 billion thus far in revenue. Well, guess what? Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen. You understand? Why in the world would any of us want to come, even at this hour, to come into your establishment and shop in a place where you have clearly exclaimed, listen, we don't like you. We don't want you. We don't want your dollars. You mean nothing to us. No, there will be no equity. No, there absolutely will be no diversity of any type of cultures, race, ethnicity, or anything else. Because you understand, that's how I see it. And inclusion, yeah, there won't be any of that either. So, we don't have to put your products on the shelf. We don't have to have any Black businesses here that are trying to basically make it the way that every other business has made it. You all made this, as far as I'm concerned, an ethical issue, an ethnic issue, a racial issue. You have made all of that. So guess what? We learned, I speak specifically. I've been shouting at the mountaintops. Just think of the 1955 boycott. You see, you're not serious, Target CEO Bryant Cornell. You're not serious. You just see that, perhaps investors are not very happy, and perhaps you need to do something in order to get these Black people in here, because you see, even though there is a wage gap, we still have frequented your establishment. Mm-hmm. But you didn't want us there. So we gave you what you wanted. We gave you what you wanted. So since you don't want to bring us in on any type of business ventures or, any put our products out there, and I've seen that you have actually cut folks contracts that have, that are African American, that have been on your shelves and whatnot. You just did that not long ago, but then you're looking and you're begging for folks to come back. No, baby, you cannot have it both ways. Mm-hmm. You understand? No. And what makes you think that just because you called the Reverend Al Sharpton, that he has any power over our individual decisions? Now, the Reverend Al Sharpton knows us well. You do not, nor have you taken the time. Had you taken the time, you would understand. We have the same desires, wants, and needs as you. But you wanted to push us out. So here we are. And what also makes you think that it was any other outside influence, whether it's the Reverend Al Sharpton, the NAACP, or anybody else, any other type of organization, that we don't have our own minds? See, that's been the problem, is that for some strange reason, you all seem to think we're imbeciles. We are not imbeciles. We are highly intelligent, and we produce great restraint. You understand. I think you're starting to feel that now, but you have not felt it enough. And so therefore, as far as I'm concerned, the boycott continues because you are not serious. You are only concerned about your investors and your bottom line. You are still not concerned about the plight of a.
Let me stop right there. Listen, guys, remember when I told you about 3 months ago when this boycott started? I said they only respond to dollars, okay? And you can go back and listen to that DEI tape that I just did a couple months ago. I said as soon as they see that profit go like this, it can change some minds pretty quickly. Remember, mark my words, go back and listen to what I said 3 months ago. And it didn't even take that long. They're already sitting to the table wanting to talk with Al Sharpton, because Al Sharpton was the one that led the crusade and inspired people to not shop at Target. Now, take it. And what this lady was saying is correct. No, he doesn't have the power, but he does have some influence as far as the Black community. He's been a leader for us for a long, long time. And so they know that, okay? And it just amazes me how now all of a sudden you want to talk with us, okay? Money is powerful, guys, okay? Money is powerful. I'm going to let you listen to one more little clip about Jamal Bryant. He's a pastor that says that we shouldn't go back to Target at all. He's saying that we should just stay out of Target altogether. And you know what? It could be that might be just, I mean, I'm not saying that that's what it's going to be, but hey, let's just listen in on this, and we're going to discuss after this one is over, after this video is over.
No chef
escapes the clock.
I have one more lady for y'all to meet.
James's mom.
Well, good evening and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Angelina Salcido. A very happy Easter to those who are celebrating. We begin with the growing boycott against retail giant Target. Several groups say it's entering a new phase. During Lent, Pastor Jamal Bryant urged his DeKalb County congregation to fast from shopping there. 11 Alive's Ariana Muniz explains why he says this movement isn't over.
If you ain't been going to Target, open up your mouth and give God glory.
10 weeks after New Birth Missionary Baptist Church launched a Target fast, Pastor Jamal Bryant says it's time to raise the stakes.
So I told them what I'm getting ready to tell you. We ain't going back in there.
On Easter Sunday, Bryant announced the fast would continue as a full boycott after Target slashed diversity programs and, according to Bryant, refused to fulfill most of his demands.
Dude, look at the person beside you and tell them we ain't going in there. We ain't going.
Bryant says he met with Target executives and only one demand was met.
Target has agreed that by July the 31st, they will complete the pledge of $2 billion for Black business.
The full list of demands also included restoring DEI efforts, depositing $250 million into Black banks, and new partnerships with HBCUs.
I think that what we're asking for is reasonable. If those 4 and 1 out of 4 is not sufficient.
Bryant says the fast, combined with the pre-existing grassroots boycott, hurt Target's bottom line. The company's stock price down nearly $44 per share from the end of January, when the retailer first announced it was ending DEI efforts.
Yeah!
The boycott also gave rise to the Bullseye Black Market, a 3-day pop-up event directing dollars to Black-owned brands, one of them, Lamique Beauty.
Before 2020, you're looking at less than 5% of Black-owned beauty products on retailers' websites or on their physical shelves.
Kim Roxy, the owner, found her way on Target's website, but says sales for products listed on the website dropped amid the fast, but she's keeping her products listed.
I decided to keep my products on the website because they're there because of a Black woman who has a company called Amp Beauty LA.
True Laundry, an Atlanta-based detergent company, also featured.
Everybody uses laundry detergent. If you have a good product, then we have people of all colors and all races buying from them.
Says this movement isn't just about where people spend, it's about who they're uplifting.
He said we have to buy from each other like all other people, right? And that's important.
And that was our Ariana Muniz reporting. With this
All right, guys. So you see, listen, we're not going back in Target, okay? They've taken black businesses off the shelves, and then they want to beg now for us to come back. Like, but you're not putting the black businesses back on the shelves that you took off the shelf, you know. See, that's what I'm saying. It until it affects them, they don't care about us. They only care about getting the money and making a profit. But again, and I promise y'all guys, please, if you can, and I encourage you, go back to that DEI video I did about 3 months ago, back in February. Listen to what I'm saying. Look at what's playing out right now. It's coming to fruition, guys. And it only took, what, 3 months? 2 to 3 months? Because again, that bottom line is going downhill, and there's no recovering from this. Especially if black people stay out of the stores. They're just going to keep losing more and more and more money. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to tackle these things tonight because I wanted you to see how powerful the dollar is, especially the black dollar, okay? Look, money is power, but also numbers is also power. When people pull together in numbers and they pull their dollars out of an organization or a company or whatever, that's when you see the impact, okay? So we're going to keep on looking into this and kind of, you know, keep our eye and focus on this just to see what's going to happen with these retailers. Walmart is not off the hook either, guys. We're going to discuss Walmart maybe on the next video coming up on Monday to see what they're deciding to do as well. Okay. All right, guys. Well, tonight it has been great. I'm glad I am back in the full effect. And look, tomorrow night we are going to be doing the NBA, NBA preseason. So we're going to be, you know, covering all the highlights as far as the playoffs and all that good stuff. So that's going to be tomorrow night. Tonight also at 8 o'clock is the NFL draft, guys. That's going to be in Lambeau Field in Wisconsin. That's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And so I'm going to be looking at that. I actually may even go live on that. We'll see. So anyway, I hope everybody have a great rest of your night. If you enjoyed the content, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And also hit the notification bell. That'll let you know every time I come onto YouTube. You won't miss any episodes. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow night. And we're going to cover the NBA edition. And everybody have a great night. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.